Hello, everybody. This is Kelly Kleinman, DealershipNews.com. This is our podcast, and it's a special one because it's the first Dealership of the Week. And we have with us Michael Friedman, the VP of Operations at AdventureCDJR out of Cleveland, Ohio, my former hometown. We're happy to say that, yes, they are Dealership of the Week. Michael, how you doing?
I'm doing great today. Thank you for asking.
Good to hear. So, hey, what drove you into the car business to begin with, and what did you do beforehand? I'm trying to understand what your path to success was.
Well, my path to success was I did go to Ohio State University.
Attaboy.
That was the college I went to. And I always liked people, and I always wanted to go into sales or be a stockbroker. And while I was trying to be a stockbroker, it was hard for me to get a job when I was 21 years old. And they would always say, why should I hire a 21-year-old and not a 30-year-old who's got a wife and kids? So that's basically took me to a new path where a good friend of mine that I went to Ohio State with, his dad owned a car dealership, a Toyota car dealership in Cleveland, Ohio. And he says, hey, you'd be great selling cars. If you ever want to sell cars for my dad, this is the location. Go in, interview, and, figure it out. And if you like it, there's a lot of money to be made in that business.
Could it have been Barry Greenfield?
It wasn't Barry Greenfield. That's funny. It was Jerry Severn and Lee
sure.
Seidman.
Okay.
And Barry Greenfield, who's a good friend of mine,
Sure.
He was our main competition at Metro Toyota, correct.
Please give Barry my regards. I haven't spoken to him in ages. He lived right behind me when we lived in Beechwood way back in the day.
I absolutely will. I run into Barry very often, and I will definitely tell him you said hello.
That'd be great. So let's talk about your dealership. What does your team do to go above and beyond to guarantee good service and satisfied customers who would be inclined to give you good reviews and pass on the good word of Adventure CDJR?
Well, the most important thing, Kelly, is training. And I do a lot of training myself because when I sold cars for 9 years, I did it the right way, from sending my customers birthday cards to calling them when it's Thanksgiving or Christmas, just any time that gave me the opportunity to pick up the phone and to call my customer and to put my name in front of them. I also had license plate frames with my names on it as well. So this way, if I was getting skated, I would know that was my customer. Also, I caught a couple salespeople back in the days doing that. But I do a lot of training. It's very important that all my salespeople have business cards in their pockets. And when somebody comes in, shake their hand, give them a business card. Ask them if they've ever been here before. And if they have, if there's somebody that you've dealt with in the past that you want to see again. If they say no, then evidently that salesperson, Kelly, did not give them a good impression for them to ask again. So just like if you go to a restaurant, if you have a server that's not real good, you're not going to want to go back to that restaurant and have the same server. You want to try again. So it's very important that all the salespeople who are listening, or anybody listening, they make it memorable and they give that customer a great first impression. And when a customer comes into the dealership, they're trained not really to like you, because if they do like you, Kelly, then they're going to have to buy a car from you.
That's right. Well, how do you balance the good old-fashioned face-to-face handshake relationship kind of thing with the technology? And it certainly seems as though, in an effort to induce millennials to come into a dealership, they're trying to keep them away from salesmen and keeping everything online. How does that balance out over by you guys? Go on.
So when the millennials come in, they just want the bottom line. They want the best price. And what I teach my salespeople to do is, fine, hey, listen, I'm going to get you the best price. But also what I want to do is I want to show you 4 or 5 things about this car that you would never know about the car. So you got to be different. You got to go over and beyond. You can't just go the path of least resistance. You got to make it a memorable event for the buyer. And after they buy a car, my salespeople are taught to take a picture of the customer and put it on social media Facebook, Instagram, if the customer agrees to that. And that's another good way to get your name out there.
So how does the dealership give back to the community? Are there any fun promotions that you've come up with that resonate with within the community?
Yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately, we had a mentor policeman die in the active duty about 6 months ago. He got hit by a car pulling over somebody on the freeway by a drunk driver, and we wanted to do something for him and his family and for the mentor police force. So we had a big event at the dealership where we raised money for the family, and for every car we sold, we gave $100, and we were able to give a nice donation to that family. And another thing we do is it's called Rescue Village with the dogs and stuff like that. It's a place where you go and adopt dogs. And once every 4 months, we have Rescue Village come to our dealership, Kelly, with about 20 to 30 dogs and maybe 8 to 10 cats, and we advertise it well. And people come in and they'll adopt a dog from all over. And if we have 30 animals between dogs and cats, usually we're able to have about 20 to 25 of them get adopted.
That's awesome. And I'll tell you that there are 79 million dog owners out there, and there are an awful lot of dogs that need homes. So that definitely strikes a nerve with me. So let's talk about top sellers. And look, I'm a Jeep guy. I had a Jeep for a long time, looking to get back into one here within the next couple of years. And I know the Wrangler has just been hot as heck. What other models do you think are going to do great in 2019?
Well, the Jeep Grand Cherokee is always a hot car. And then they have a Jeep Cherokee, which is a little bit smaller, and a Jeep Compass. The Compass is a great car for that 18 to 25-year-old person, whether it's male or female. The majority of the female, they may get the feminine colors, the white colors, or maybe the blue, where the males will get the black and silver. So, but that's a real popular car, the Compass. I see those moving as well. The Wranglers, like you said, those are amazing cars, and people not only my age and your age are getting those Wranglers, but some of the kids now that are 16 or 18 years old, they're asking their moms for a Wrangler because they think it's a cool car, and we're selling a lot of Wranglers to 16 to 18-year-olds as well.
I know it takes the cool factor away from us who are a little bit older than others. I see, like, offense to those wonderful little 16-year-old girls, but, riding kind of masculine, driving really masculine kind of Wranglers that are like laid out. Oh, by the way, did you know that the aftermarket for off-road vehicles is owned by women, 50% of it? I was shocked to hear those numbers.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know that, but that's good data to know.
That's good data to know, you betcha. So let's say you've got a crystal ball for 2019. Aside from seeing the Browns make the playoffs and maybe Todd Rundgren finally get elected to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame over there, what are car sales going to look like in your neck of the woods?
I love that. That's funny. We got hot products. I run the Jeep dealership is real hot. Jeep's hot, and then we also have a Subaru dealership, which is real hot as well, because we live in a climate where we do get a lot of snow, and all Subarus are all-wheel drive. So we just see business increasing. This year we were 25% up in new cars, and which I'm proud of my guys. The grosses are going down, I must admit, because of the competition. Even with used cars, the grosses are going down. We're selling more used cars, but not making as much money because of the competition. And if we put a used car online, the only way it really shows up is if you have the lowest prices, within the area. So we will sell more cars. That does not necessarily compute to making more money, unfortunately, Kelly. But, we want to have good reputations, and we want to hit our numbers that the factory does give us, because we also get some bonuses from them as well.
Sure. Well, we want to wish you all the best of luck in the world moving forward in 2019. Folks, that was Michael Friedman, VP of Operations at AdventureCDJR out of Cleveland, Ohio. Go Browns, go Buckeyes, go Tribe, go Cavs. Yeah, I'm a homer. And, hey, we're happy to say that they are Dealership of the Week. And And again, best of luck to you in 2019. Thanks so much, Mike, for being with us.
Thank you, Kelly. It was a pleasure talking to you, and happy holidays to you and to your fan base.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We'll be in touch.
Okay, thank you.